Elena Royce had worked as a night shift nurse for almost 6 years, but she had never heard of the ninth floor. St. Vincent's Hospital only had 8 floors. That was common knowledge. But on a cold November night, at exactly 2:37 a.m., she saw it. She had been taking inventory in the supply room when a nurse named Calloway hurried past the door. He was pale, breathing heavily, a light sheen of sweat on his forehead. "You okay?" Elena asked, stepping into the hallway. Calloway hesitated, then forced a stiff nod. "I just took the wrong elevator," he muttered. Elena frowned. "What do you mean?" He swallowed hard. "Nothing. Forget it." Then he left without another word. That should have been the end of it. But when Elena went to the elevators a few hours later, something felt off. The panel had the usual buttons: lobby, 2, 3, 4, up to 8. But beneath them, just above the closed door button, was a faint, nearly invisible mark. A scraped-off number. Elena ran her fingers over it. It was almost gone, but not completely. 9. Her stomach tightened. The doors began to close, but before they shut completely, the elevator moved. Elena hadn't pressed anything, yet the light above her blinked and flickered, and then the doors slid open. A hallway stretched before her. The air was wrong. It smelled like the rest of the hospital, but older, like abandoned dust and something metallic. The walls were lined with patient rooms, their doors slightly ajar. Dim, buzzing fluorescent lights flickered overhead. A soft voice drifted from down the hall. "Hello?" Elena's throat went dry. "Is someone there?" she called. Silence. Then, a whisper, closer than before. "Help! Me!" Something inside her screamed to leave, but her feet carried her forward. The room at the end of the hall had a door slightly ajar. Elena pushed it open and froze. Inside was an exact replica of her station downstairs. Same desk, same chair. Even her coffee cup sitting exactly where she had left it an hour ago. But something was off. The papers on the desk weren't the ones she had been working on. Instead, they were patient reports. Patients who had been dead for decades. Her breath came in quick gasps as she flipped through the pages. The last one made her stomach drop. Patient name: Elena Royce. Date admitted: November 6, 1987. Elena's pulse pounded in her ears. That was 37 years ago. She wasn't even born yet. A sound behind her. She turned sharply. A figure stood in the doorway. It looked exactly like her, but its face was wrong. Elena stumbled backward. The thing smiled and spoke in her own voice. "We've been waiting for you." The lights went out. Everything was silent. Then the elevator doors opened again. Empty. Elena Royce was never seen again. But sometimes in the dead of night, the elevator stops at the 9th floor. And if you listen closely, you might hear someone whisper, "Help me."